That's a rare system right there. This here's a rare one too. Halo. Pokemon. Hey Travis, name's Ron. It's my wife Sonia.
Sorry, my hands are cold.
I've seen you on a lot of videos over the last couple of years, man, especially Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I was like, Travis is there, Jeffrey.
Yeah, the beacon.
Yeah. So here we are at Game Central Station's convention, and our mission today is to find some games that I have never played before on the NES, and games that we had at the very beginning back in the late 80s when I first got this system. Looking for those ones complete and boxed. So here we got a game called Estaniacs. There's people pronounce all kinds of different ways, but yeah, it's a game I've had before, but I've really never played it. It's a Greek magical type thing, fantasy. The game consists of 6 stages: forest, a cave, a lake, a lift, and a castle at the final battle. 2 players can play up to simultaneous with continues allowed at any moment, which helps. The first player controllers Roach, something like that. It can only be played 1 player on the NES, and has a gauge life that when you're not attacking, builds itself back up. Player can weld other weapons besides the default axe and magical spells with different magical spells. You have fun playing this game. Pick up powers, weapons, bash, and other magical points, and swords. There's all kinds of stuff you can do this game. So just check out the game. So here we got Baseball Stars 2. Is a game that I had back in the early 90s. It's not a game that I'm looking for complete unless I come across it, but I'm not searching and spending the money for the cardboard on this one. Put a lot of time into it. The game was released in 1992 by SNX for the Neo Geo console, and was later ported to the NES. Players can select 18 teams across 2 leagues. Man, did I have a lot of time into this. You can build up your players over the time, the wins and stuff, and you can have somebody that just knocks the ball out of the park just about every time you get to that point. It takes a long time to build it up. There are female players that I don't remember, but other people have said, but I need to go back and get deeper into this and do some more gameplay, but I don't remember the females in there. All right, how y'all doing? Here's City Connection, where you're controlling Clarice in her Honda City hatchback. Must drive over elevated roads. To paint them, Clarice is pursued by the police, which she can stun and hit them with oil cans. It was designed inspired by Maze Chase, games like Pac-Man and Mike Trex. And you gotta watch out for these guys out here, especially the. You just gotta go back and forth. Watch out for the cops, and watch out for the kitty cat. The kitty cat will. Right there, kitty cat got me. So, City Connection. I didn't know you were living in the Atlanta area.
Yeah, I work in the film industry. I own a prop studio.
I seen you say something about that in one of your videos. That's cool, because we have a lot of filming stuff goes around our house. We live on west side of Atlanta.
I'm up in Doraville.
Okay, we're in Dallas.
Okay, yeah.
Here we got an interesting one. It's called Dash Galaxy in the Alien Asylum. A lot of people don't like this game. I don't know. It just when we started selling video games, this one here was always, I don't know, not picked up. It was always last to sell. If I didn't sell them at all, I traded it in or whatever. But you take the role of the Dash Galaxy as a space scout who's been captured by the hostile civilization thousands light years from the Earth. The game shifts perspective, contains action gameplay. The player starts out with 4 lives. It came out in 1990 in North America. And it's a game that I've had before, again, one of my collection, but I did not play it into. I tested and made sure it worked. That's about it. And so I'll give you just a little bit of the gameplay. I would like to get into this. I mean, it seems like one of those Nintendo NES aggravating type games at some point. You just gotta figure it out. That's all. Just play some more. The game involves navigating through a series of floors and several rooms, and each keys must be collected to progress to higher floors and eventually an escape ship. Dash's only weapons are limited supply of bombs and remote detonators. Good timing is critical to complete the game, requiring navigation of a trampoline jumps. Yeah, I already know about that, just playing it just for a few minutes. And also a limited oxygen supply. Kind of like a time thing, which I hate time games. Timing, clock. I don't like those kind of games, but we'll give it a try. So here we have the Peter Pan and Pirates game, Fox's Peter Pan and Pirates game. After there's a television series, animated series with the same name. So the plot is Captain Hook has challenged Peter Pan to a duel. Sounds pretty typical for a Peter Pan show, movie, game, which determined the fate of the enchanted world. in this video game. Pan goes on through several levels, which is based on television series of the same name, battling pirates and avoiding various traps until he reaches a pirate ship to battle with the evil Captain Hook. This game came out in January of '91 in the US, and sometimes Wendy or other members of the Lost Boys will appear to offer helpful bits of advice. Beyond that, Pan can collect fairy dust to fly, as well as treasure chest and Tinkerbell to restore lost life or lost health.
So we have a few shows that's filmed around us. We never watched the show Stargirl.
Yeah,
It was filmed in downtown Dallas.
Yeah, I'm trying to think the stuff we did for that. Some of the super suits, and I did a few other props too. But my wife does costumes, so she has a studio near mine.
Okay.
And we work together on stuff. We've worked on a lot of Marvel movies and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I know they had let me go over here and get this artwork over here.
So here we have Kid Nicky, another game I don't think I've ever owned this one. I might have, I don't remember. Is armed with a spinning sword, which accordingly to the game's manual has been passed down from generation to generation from the school of Charnin. In addition to the spinning sword, Kid Nicky can gain extra offense power by collecting bells. The golden bell allows him to launch a projectile every time Kid Nicky spins his sword, and the silver bell creates a spinning force field around him. Both of these power-ups last for a limited amount of time. The game is divided up into 7 rounds with a boss character at each round. The game was ported to several devices from Data East in 1987. One, of course, is the NES, Commodore 64, the Apple II. All had home versions of the game show screenshots from graphically superior arcade version.
Would you be interested in any kind of trade?
Potentially, depends on what it is.
Okay. Pokemon games? Okay. Loose? Okay.
Yeah, Pokemon's like basically a currency at this point.
Yeah.
So
That's why I've been hanging on to them. I'm not a Pokemon player.
yeah.
I found them at, got a really good deal on them. He had a Game Boy Micro, but I've been looking for one ever since I've been collecting, which has been, started collecting in 2007
Yeah.
when I've been collecting. I've been a gamer all our lives, both of us,
Yeah.
all our lives. when I found that and he had Pokemon games, and then the price he gave for me, I'm like, can't say no. 'Cause I'm not keeping the games. I'm using those for trade.
What are y'all's favorite types of games?
Here we have Lolo, a 1989 puzzle game developed by HAL Laboratories. Is completions of puzzles. That's pretty much what it is. It's just a puzzle game. You go from one level to another. The Lolo attempts to rescue Princess Layla. Yeah, something like that. Has been kidnapped by the evil King Eager. Man, why don't they come up with freaking just regular names? But it has 50 rooms arranged in 10 floors of 5 within each room. Lolo must collect several hearts in order to open a treasure chest and collect gems inside, which will open the exit to the next room or floor. Players must navigate obstacles in each room to avoid or neutralizing several different types of enemies, which vary by movement and attack patterns.
Game for the Game Boy.
Or just in general?
Yeah. What am I looking for?
No, what are both of y'all's favorite types of games?
Types of games.
Yeah.
I'm not locked down to one type of game. You know, it could be open world, it could be sandbox, it could be racing game, it could be a puzzle game.
Yeah.
I'm just going with my That sounds pretty bad, huh?
That like NES cart, didn't do that.
It was.
Good. Oh, dude. All right. So you should have just showed me what you bought, and then I could have. So amazing game. Love this game. This is literally my favorite trilogy on the system. I love this.
I had that before. I was up to 356 games. I sold them all in 2017. Dude,
Yeah, this is a straight trade for Kid Nicky and Little Samson.
It sounds great. You heard that. sounds great. I can do that.
I'm saying, bro.
Go down here and back up.
So here we have Top Gun. I don't remember if I owned this game way back in the day. I did have it when I was collecting years ago, but way back when, early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, I don't remember if I had it. I know I rented it, but I don't know if I physically owned it. Hit the markets in the United States October 18th, 1985, which seems kind of early, but that's what the internet says. Yeah, this is the infamous game where you gotta land. Some people say they can do it no problem, but I might have done it once or twice, but I'm not a regular. The control on it just gets me every freaking time. You know, tells you slow down, slow down, slow down, and then speed up, speed up, speed right at the last. So I'm like, Yeah, shouldn't have told me to do that. I can shoot and stuff okay once I figured out the controls on it, but yeah, I haven't played this game in. It's been at least 6-7 years when I tested the one that I sold. But yeah, to really sit down and play it, it's been 35, 38 years, something like that. Been a while since I really sat down and played this game. But it's fun. It's back in my collection. We did pick it up here at this convention. Didn't do this one complete in box. Did this one loose.
How much for the crazy pack?
$100. Honestly, I'm surprised that's still here.
Yeah, me too.
Here I am finding some games through Travis Woodman Classic, looking through his stash. Been here as throughout the video. A lot of our video got screwed up with some other YouTubers. The first time we were using this gimbal, and this was not, any of these games was not going towards a zero cash to collection. These are the ones I was wanting complete in box, the ones I was getting from Travis for doing a trade, a little bit of cash. Here I got Double Dragon in my hand. He had a couple other copies. He's going to show me here in a minute. Then got Kung Fu right here. I'm going through Excite Bike. These are the games that I had right when I got my NES back in the late 80s. I didn't care for getting that Duck Hunt complete in box. Just didn't have that Duck Hunt. I had what most people have was the Mario Duck Hunt together. So finding that one complete in box, a no-go.
Typically priced because of their condition more than anything, but I've got 3 up,
That's the best looking one.
Yeah, this one does have the manual. A lot of these black box games come down to what they are as well.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that.
Yeah, some of them make a huge difference. Yeah, this has the manual. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to get the ones that I had or under the lock like that here, 89, 90. I have I've seen it as like 220. I know they're not too comfortable. I took let's do like the average.
Yeah, 220 is what you want trade on these. And then we just leave you with a $50 balance. Yes, I call it 40. That fine? Just plus 40. Love supporting a fellow NES microtransmission.
Well, I see your question was
Good, dude. Yeah, for real. I wish I could go back to the prices that he was paying.
oh, yeah.
So here I got Double Dragon. Came out in 1987, and I got it 89 or 90s when I got this game, because I didn't get my system until 89. This was one of the first ones we had gotten on the system. But yeah, Double Dragon. It's a beat 'em up, side scrolling, as you can see. 2-player ability to but I can't remember, can it be on the screen at the same time? It does say 2-player. I can't remember. I don't have anybody on me. I just saw you could play. The game's title is reference to a 2-player game, and I don't know. I don't remember. I guess I'm gonna have to go back and play it again. I know 2 is. I thought this one was too. Two people on the same screen, not have to take turns. But yeah, it's a side-scrolling game. It's fun to play. Not much really to say about it. It's just a fun sim down, not much to think about type game. Just, you know, beat up thugs. This game was released on several different consoles: NES, Master System, Atari 2600, Atari 2800, Atari ST, Amiga, Amstrad CPC, Commodore 64, the Game Boy, Sega Genesis, Atari Lynx. Among other platforms during the series' heights of popularity, a remake, Double Dragon Advanced, was released also for the Game Boy Advance in 2003. Here we go. Here's a classic I got, complete in box from Travis, a Woodman classic. It's Excite Bike, side-scrolling racing game, doing the motocross thing. Single player and multiplayer, and you can do solo runs against computer-controlled players. The object of the game is to finish in third or higher. Primarily, the race qualified for the Excite Bike Championship race. You can build your own race track, man, and I spent so much time doing that, trying to come up with some cool jumps and setups, and sometimes it was just over the top. You just couldn't do anything, didn't have enough energy to get to the next ramp, or too many mud holes that slow you down, or something. Man, I spent hours and hours playing this game. This is in my NES. If I had to do a top 10, this would probably be in the top 10. Probably mostly for nostalgia reasons, and because I haven't played every single NES game on the system. But yeah, this is in my top 10 nostalgia. Love it. Came out, it said it was released in 1984. It's an early game. So here we have Kung Fu, another game that I had early on in my NES gaming career. 1985 is when it came out, October. Published by Nintendo. It's a fighting game, duh. Karate, right? Kung Fu. And you need lightning fast reactions to knock out the knife thrower, stop the stick fighter, and trip up the evil Tom Tom brothers in this action-packed martial arts contest. Are you tough enough? I had been, because I remember beating this game a long time ago. It's been a long time since I really got into playing this game. You need to strengthen your skills and master the moves of the Kung Fu. Beat your opponents and rescue the... There's always somebody to rescue. Why? Sylvia, who's held captive on top of the floor. The action is non-stop, and just when you think you've got your enemies licked, okay, there's always a giant, a snake, or a fire-breathing dragon to contend with in Kung Fu. So yeah, another game I got from Travis. Did on trade, did some Pokemon cartridges that I had, and was glad to get this game and add it to my collection. And it's in there now. It's all protected and stuff like that. Just glad to have it back in the collection.
You okay? Are you? We can go down through here and go down to the last one. Get Dylan.